Second half of our doubleheader, Carthage winning game 1 4-2. They extended their current winning streak out to 10 games now to go to 11-2 on the season. Marian dropped their fifth of their last 6 ball games, I should say, and they are now 3-8 on the season, and trying to salvage a split here this afternoon with the Redmen. Here is the Marian lineup to start this second game. Batting first will be Nick Bastine, the center fielder. Tim Jurgis will bat second, Jurgis at first base. Jordan Walker will hit third. Walker will play right field. Michael Pappas will bat fourth and play first base. Logan Vasquez will play in third base. Vasquez hitting fifth. Jake Fallish will play both games of the doubleheader. He'll start at shortstop here this afternoon. He'll bat sixth. Hitting seventh will be the catcher Sean Meyer. Batting eighth will be Landon Ghosh. Ghosh in left field. And batting ninth for the Sabres will be Hunter Berry. Pitching game 2 of the doubleheader will be Garrett Martin for the Sabres. Defensively for the Redmen, it will be Dalton in left, Colton Klein in center, Levecki in right. Phelps will start at third, Farley over at short. Kramer is your second baseman, Schwartz over at first. Catcher will be Ricky Bergstrom. And on the hill for the Redmen will be right-hander Matt Willett. Willett making his third appearance and third start of the spring. He is 1-0 with a 6.3 earned run average. 10 innings pitched, 9 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 7. There you get a good look at Willett, a 6'2 right-hander out of Des Plaines, prepped at Maine West. He's a freshman. As I said, got into a couple of ball games this year. Pitched down in St. Louis his last outing against Fontbonne. That was in Sunday's game. Went 4 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. And the first pitch by Willett on the outside corner for a called strike. Nick Bastine, the hitter. Bastine, 0 for 2 in game 1 of the doubleheader. Sacrificing a fielder's choice to go with a fly out and a ground out in game 1 of that doubleheader. 1-1 the count. David Farou is the home plate umpire. Shane Cannon is working the bases here in game 2. Squares around a bunt, pops it up, and it will fall in front of Bergstrom for a foul ball. 1-2 the count now to leadoff man Nick Bastine. He'll be followed by Tim Jurgis and Jordan Walker. Redmond scoring 3 runs in the 6th inning in game 1 of the doubleheader to extend their winning streak now to 10 in a row. One-two pitch by Willett. Bounces in there, 2-2. Working from the stretch. Willett delivers another wild one. 3-2. Freshman making his home debut here today. Temperatures in the low 40s here for this doubleheader as that one's fouled straight back. 3-2 the count. Bastine working the count here as the leadoff hitter to start game 2. The pitch, swing and a miss. Bastine strikes out. One gone here in the top half of the first inning. Eighth strikeout of the year for Willett. This will be Jurgis. Ground sharply to short to Farley. Up with it, the throw across into the dirt, scooped out by Schwartz, 2 gone. And Miles Farley able to get that one to Schwartz with a nice stretch in the pick over at first. 2 gone here in the first. It'll bring up Jordan Walker. Walker in game 1 of the doubleheader, 1 for 4. Struck out looking. Was erased on a double play to end the 8th inning of game 1 of the doubleheader. The 0-1 delivery by Willett. On the corner for a strike. Willett in front now, 0-2. Again, prefers to work from the stretch. Slow roller to Farley at short. Charges, throws, in time. 1, 2, 3 and out here in the first inning go the Sabres. No runs on no hits. Nobody left. Bottom of inning number 1. No score. Here's the Redmond batting order for game 2. It'll be Colton Klein leading off and playing center field. Ryan Kramer will hit second and play second base. Cody Phelps, the third baseman, will hit third. The designated hitter and cleanup man today will be Nick Pierce. Vince Schwartz will hit fifth and play first base. Left fielder Ryan Dalton will hit sixth. Right fielder Ben Levicki hits seventh. The shortstop Miles Farley hitting eighth. And the catcher Ricky Bergstrom will bat ninth. Pitching game 2 of the doubleheader for the Sabres is Garrett Martin. Martin making his third start of the season. He is 1-1 with a 4.91 earned run average. He's gone 11 innings, given up 13 hits, 6 earned runs, walked 7, and struck out 13. The opponent's batting average of .302 on the season. Martin is a freshman out of Gypsum, Colorado. He prepped at Eagle Valley High School. 3-sport athlete. Was the player of the year in his conference last season and a first-team all-conference, second-team all-Colorado State his senior year. He's 6'3", 230 pounds. This will be his third start of the season. Gosh in left, Bastine in center, Walker in right. Vasquez at third, Fallish at short, Barry at second, Jurgis at first, with Meyer catching here in game 2. Again, if you're just joining us, Nick Duganzik, the freshman catcher out of Waterford, got hit by a pitch late in the game one, got hit in the right, or in the left elbow, I should say, and left the game. So we certainly hope for the best for Ganzik. The man they call Big Bird stepping in here for the Redmen, Colton Klein, the center fielder. Klein 0 for 4 in game one of the doubleheader, takes a strike at the knees. Klein entering the doubleheader today, hitting .396. Going to take something off of that with his 0 for 4 in game one. Looking at an even count now at 1-1. Up the middle, base hit. Klein with his first hit of the day gets the Redmen off to a good start here in game two of our doubleheader. Bring up the second baseman, Ryan Kramer. Kramer 1 for 3 today. Make that 2 for 3 today. With a double and a run scored in that 3-run rally in the 6th inning that propelled the Redmen to their 10th straight win in game one. Martin into the stretch, the pitch in their first strike as Kramer had squared around a bunt. 0-1 the count. Klein 3 for 3 in the stolen base category early in the season. Keeping an eye on him at first base. Takes his lead. And Martin pitch grounded to third. To second for 1, and that's all they'll get as it was a low throw from Vasquez to Berry covering. It'll be a fielder's choice for Kramer. So 1 out, runner at first for Cody Phelps, the third baseman. Phelps 1 for 2 officially, reached on an error back in the first inning of game number 1. Doubled and scored a run in the 6th. Also drove in a run with that double. Throw to first. Kramer able to dive back safely. Redmond 6 out of 8 in the stolen base category this season. Curveball missing, dropped by the catcher, advancing to second. The throw down, not in time. Goes a pass ball on the catcher, Meyer. So runner in scoring position here in the first inning for the Redmen. Not sure if Meyer got crossed up on that last pitch. And spikes that one in. Nice save by Meyer. 2-0 the count here to Cody Phelps. Cleanup hitter Nick Pierce, the designated hitter, on deck for the Redmen. Kramer takes his lead at second. The pitch, curveball on the outside corner for a strike. 2-1. Martin 6'3", 230 out of Gypsum, Colorado. Drive into right center field. Right fielder plants and makes the catch. Walker. Not tagging at second was Ryan Kramer. That'll go as the second out on the line out to the right fielder, Walker. That'll bring up Nick Pierce. Pierce in game one of the doubleheader. 2 for 4 with a run batted in, also scored a run. Kramer takes his lead at second. The pitch grounded sharply to second to Barry. Barry up with it, the toss to first, and they are out of the inning. So it looked like a promising start. Ends up with just no runs on one hit. One man left. We head to the second inning. No score. Carthage and Marian. Four, 5, and 6, the middle of the order to start this second inning for the Sabres, and it's Michael Pappas fouling the first pitch back, 0-1. Matt Willett, the freshman on the hill for the Redmen. That one missing outside, evens the count now at a ball and a strike. Pappas in game one of the doubleheader. 2 for 3. Couple of singles and an RBI, also struck out in the first game. Willett's 2-1 delivery. Sharply into the gap. Coming on, making the play is the right fielder Levecki. One gone here in the second. So bring up the third baseman, Logan Vasquez. Vasquez out of one of my favorite towns here in Wisconsin, Wyowega. He's a 6-foot freshman out of Wyowega Fremont High School. For some reason, I just love that name. Liner down the third base line. It's a fair ball. It'll get into the corner. Rounding first and heading to second with a double as that one gets through the open gate in the bullpen for a ground rule double. First hit of the day for the Sabres. Game 2 of this doubleheader. So bring up Jake Fallish, the shortstop. Fallish with a pair of singles and a run scored in game 1 of the doubleheader. Takes that one inside. One out. We're in the top half of the second inning. Willett's pitch. Swing and a miss. Fallish late on that fastball. Fouled straight into the net. 1-2 the count now. Vasquez takes his lead at second. The check, the pitch, tap fouls. Just got a piece of that curveball that time, did Falish. Remains 1-2. Sabres have lost 5 of their last 6 ball games. Pitch just missing the corner that time. Evens the count now at 2-2. Willett's pitch. Soft liner up the middle, one hop to the second baseman Kramer. He'll throw to first, holding the runner at second is Vasquez. 2 gone here in the second inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Sean Meyer. Meyer came on in game 1, replacing Nick Dugandzic. Dugandzic got hit by a pitch to start the 8th inning. Got hit in the left elbow and had to come out of the ball game. So Meyer came on in the bottom half of the 8th inning to catch. Takes that one in for a strike. I think catcher Bergstrom and the pitcher Willett trying to get on the same page here. Looked like he got crossed up. Oh, 0-2 the count here to catcher Sean Meyer. The check of the runner, Bogus at second, I should say, and the grounder is short. Miles Farley up with it, will fire to first to end the inning. No runs on a hit. 1 left here as we head to the bottom of the second inning. No score between the Redmen and Sabres. Vince Schwartz will lead things off for the Redmen here in the second inning. Schwartz, the first baseman, to be followed by Ryan Dalton and Ben Levicki. Scoreless ball game here in the second inning. Schwartz 1 for 3 today with a run scored. Scored that all-important insurance run in the 8th inning. Put the Redmen up 4-2. Came in on the single by Mitchell. Pitch on the corner for a strike. Evens the count now at 1-1. Martin came in back-to-back games. Start their Arizona trip against Wabash and Simpson. There's a humpback liner into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Second hit of the day for the Redmen here in game 2. So Schwartz continues his hot hitting as Ryan Dalton will step to the plate. Dalton entered the doubleheader hitting .341, takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Dalton 1 for 4 in game number 1. He's got a 4-game hitting streak rolling for him right now. Wave and a miss. The throw down to first, and they got him. Caught Schwartz napping as he took a giant lead off of first base, and a good snap throw by Meyer down to Jurgis for the putout. He races the base runner, 1 out. The count 1-1 to the batter, Dalton. So a little mental error out there by Schwartz, costing the Redmen a base runner. Chopper at the plate that was ruled foul. Count even now at 2-2 to Ryan Dalton. The pitch, swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for Martin. Two men gone here in the second inning. That brings up right fielder Ben Levicki. Yeah, the Sabres spent their spring break week in Tucson a week after the Redmen had gone out there. Redmen last weekend played 3 down in St. Louis against Fontbonne, sweeping that 3-game series. Winning that third game in a nail-biter, had to hang on in the 9th inning of that one. That one just missed. Knee buckler there. 2-1 the count. Sharply grounded into right for a base hit by Levicki. Second hit of the inning, third in the ball game for the Redmen. That'll bring up the number 8 hitter, Miles Farley. Farley 0 for 3 in game 1. Pops that one foul right side and out of play. Farley, a .267 hitter coming into today's doubleheader. Started all 14 games at shortstop for the Redmen. Martin's pitch, curveball missing high, 1-1. Levicki taking his lead over at first. Martin with a check. Now the pitch. Another curveball in and over. Gets ahead of Farley now, 1-2. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning by Martin. No runs on 2 hits. 1 man left. We head to the third. No score between the Redmen and the Sabres. Top of the third inning for Matt Willett on the hill for the Redmen. Willett will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up here in the third. Landon Gosh will step to the plate. Gosh out of Wisconsin Lutheran High School. His first appearance in the doubleheader today. Fourth game of the season for Gosh, looking for his first hit. Willett out of the stretch, delivers a strike. Good-looking freshman here, Willett. And the Redmen used 3 pitchers in game 1. Tiber started, went 5. That one in and over on the inside corner for strike 2. Tiber started the game, got a no decision. Nate Odahl, the transfer from Gonzaga, went 4 innings, plus 2 batters in the 9th, picked up the win. Ryan Pulaski with his 4th save as that one's fouled at the plate. Just got a piece of it. Did Gosh. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Willett. 1 gone here in the third. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Hunter Berry. Berry, a senior out of New Lisbon. Squares around a bunt, takes a strike. Lines that one into left, right at the left fielder. Dalton able to make the play. 2 gone quickly here in the top half of the third inning. Top of the order, Nick Bastine, the center fielder. Count even now at a ball and a strike to Bastine. Takes that one high, 2-1. Bastine out of Heartland Arrowhead High School. Fouls that one away to the right side. 1-2 the count now. Bastine, part of 2 state championship football titles at Arrowhead and 2 conference championships in baseball. 2-sport athlete. Curveball hit him. So hit by pitch with 2 out puts a runner at first. And Jurgis at the plate. Jurgis, a sophomore out of Hinsdale South. So runner at first with 2 out here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Game 2 of our doubleheader. The pitch right down Main Street, strike 1. That one skips in. Nice stop by Bergstrom behind the plate here in game 2. 2-1 the count. Slices that one foul down to the Redmond bullpen down the right field line. Nice stop by Bergstrom, saving the advancement of the runner there. Runner going. There's a line shot into center field. It will get down for a base hit. Rounding second, heading to third is Bastine on a single by Jurgis. So runners at the corners here in the top half of the 3rd inning with 2 out. Jordan Walker at the plate, the right fielder. Walker grounded out to Farley to end the 1st inning. Again, the Redmen and Sabres playing a doubleheader today. The weather questionable tomorrow. It looks like the bulk of the snow predicted is going to fall south and west of Kenosha, but the temperature is expected to be only in the mid-30s with a gusty east wind at about 30 miles per hour tomorrow. Not great conditions. So what was to have been a couple of doubleheaders, ground smash through the shortstop. Farley into left field, and in to score is Bastine. So the hit by pitch with 2 out comes back to haunt the Redmen as Walker gets the RBI on the single through Farley. 1-0 Marian. So the Sabres strike first in game 2, much like they did in game 1. Willett now in a bit of a jam here. Pappas takes ball 1. Pappas flew out to start the 2nd inning. Willett's pitch, swing and a miss. Willett checks the runner at second. Check swing. Missing on the outside corner. Pappas out of Flagstaff, Arizona. Pop that one foul over the right side. Count even now at 2-2. birthday coming up. Turning 22 in 2 days. A pitch missing outside. Count now full, 3-2. Bergstrom again will check in with Willett here. Full count, runners at first and second, so expect the runners to go here. It's all started with Bastien getting hit by a pitch. Then Jurgis with a single. Walker with a single. That one through. Firely into left field. Gets past the left fielder. Another run's going to score. Runner trying to advance to third. The throw in, not in time. He'll go as another single and an RBI. Putting runners again at first and third. 2 runs in and time called here. As we'll get a visit at the mound here. So Willett giving up 2 here in the third. Redmond trailing here. Get some activity now in the Carthage bullpen. Looks like it's going to be Ian Maxinier getting loose for the Redmen out there. Willett's pitch missing, late strike called by David Faroo behind the plate. Vasquez, the hitter, he doubled back in the second inning. Runners take their lead. Curveball missing, hitting the outside corner, I should say. 0-2 the count. Logan Vasquez did not play in game 1. He's at the plate. The pitch. Ooh, just missed. Willett thought he had him. Get some barking from the Redmen dugout. A 1-2 pitch. Driven up the middle. Another single and another run in. Sharp single to center for Vasquez. 3 runs in here for the Sabres in this third inning. They lead at 3-0. So runners at first and second with 2 outs. Sharp liner down the right field line. Foul. About 3 feet foul down the right field side. 0-1 the count. Valish, the 8th man to bat here in this third inning for the Sabres. They've plated 3. Now Willett steps off. Wants a new set of signs from Bergstrom. And that one gets away and hits the batter, and we load the bases. So Willett coming apart here in this third inning. That second hit batter loads the bases. Pappas on at third, Vasquez at second, Valish hit by pitch on at first. And the 9th man to bat here in the inning is Sean Meyer, the catcher. Pitch missing high and away, ball 1. 0 for ball 2. 2-0. Nowhere to put him. Maxinier was throwing in the bullpen for the Redmen. This might be the last hitter here. Willett can get out of the inning. 2-1 the count. On the outside corner, 2-2. Big pitch here. Bases loaded, 2 out, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, got him. Second strikeout of the inning, but damage done on the hit by pitch. Led to 3 runs. On 3 hits, there was an error. 2 of the runs unearned. We had the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Carthage trailing for the first time in Game 2, down 3-0. Well, Garrett Martin staked to a 3-0 lead here as we head to the 3rd inning. It'll be the bottom of the order. Ricky Bergstrom, the catcher, to lead things off, the number 9 hitter. Martin's pitch just missing inside, ball 1. Well, Redmen have some work to do. Trailing here in Game 2. Ground ball. Chopped to 3rd. Vasquez up with it. The throw across in time. 1 gone here in the bottom half of the 3rd. Top of the order, Colton Klein, the center fielder. Klein led off the Redmen in the 1st inning with a single, but was erased on a fielder's choice by Ryan Kramer. Pitch to Big Bird, high and away, ball 1. Just missed with a fastball. 2-0 the count to Colton Klein. On the inside corner, strike 1. And Klein had his 13-game hitting streak snapped with that 0 for 4 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Sitting on a 2-1 count. Outside corner for strike 2. 2-2 to Klein. Grounded to short. Fallish up with it. Long throw across in time for the putout. 2 up, 2 down here in the third inning for the Redmen. That brings up second baseman Ryan Kramer. Kramer reached on a fielder's choice and advanced to second on a pass ball. Back in the first inning. Martin's pitch. Sharply hit down the line. Fair ball, rounding first. He's going to try for 2. Bobbling the pickup out there was Gosh, the left fielder, and it'll be a double for Ryan Kramer. So Kramer has reached base twice so far. So runner in scoring position with 2 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Cody Phelps, the third baseman, stepping in. Phelps lined out to Walker, the right fielder, back in the first inning. Kramer takes his lead at second. The pitch by Martin. That one's driven to left. Hit pretty well. Going back on it is Gosh in front of the warning track. Makes the catch to retire the side. No runs on 1 hit. 1 man left. We head to the fourth. Redmen trail 3-0. New pitcher for the Redmen to begin this fourth inning. It'll be Ian Maxinier. 6'4", 200-pound senior out of McHenry, Illinois. Making his third appearance of the season, second out of the bullpen. He's pitched 9 innings. 5 strikeouts and a walk. So Willett going 3, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. Two hit batters to go with 3 strikeouts on the day for Willett. So Maxinier will get the bottom of the order here. It'll be Landon Gosh to get things going here. Followed by Hunter Berry, then the top of the order, Nick Bastine. Pops that one foul. Count even now at a ball and a strike. Fouls that one straight back. 1-2 the count. Strike 3 called as Gosh strikes out looking to start this fourth inning for the Sabres. Maxener last pitched against North Central University, went 6 innings in that contest, gave up 5 hits and no runs, struck out 2. Lined off his foot, scrambles to pick it up, and there won't be a play. So it'll be a base hit for Gosh. Top of the order here for Nick Bastine. Maxener started 6 games last season for the Redmen. That pitch taken high for ball 2. Transferred in from McHenry County College. Last season for the Redmen, 6 starts and 4 relief appearances with a record of 2-0. 34 plus innings. As the runner goes, the throw down to second is in time. 2-6 on the caught stealing. Two out here in this 4th inning. Bergstrom able to throw down to Farley to get Barry at second base. Base is empty now. And a 2-2 count. Maxener's pitch on the outside corner, 3-2. Prepped at Marian Central Catholic. Was the most valuable pitcher his senior season. Also played some basketball there. As a ground ball to the third. Phelps up with it. The throw across in time to retire the side. So no runs on a hit. The runner erased on the caught stealing. Nobody left. We got to the bottom of the 4th inning. Redmond trail 3-0. Middle of the order here for the Redmen in the 4th inning. It'll be Nick Pierce, Vince Schwartz, and Ryan Dalton. Redmen looking to get something going here against Garrett Martin today. Redmen have 4 hits, but not much to show for it here. Pierce takes the ball outside. Pierce 0 for 1 here in game 2. Grounded out to the second baseman Barry here in the 1st inning. 1-1 the count to Pierce. Hit high and deep to left field. Gosh, to the wall, and it's gone. A leadoff home run for Nick Pierce here in the 4th inning. There's your start. Hung a curveball that time, and Pierce got it all. First dinger of the year for Nick Pierce.
Carthage College home run for number 27, Nick Pierce. Now batting number 20.
Looked like a breaking ball inner half, and Pierce was able to get the arms extended just enough to drive it over the wall in left field. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Schwartz follows the home run with a single up the middle. A little different approach here to the plate for the Redmen in this 4th inning. Here's Dalton, the left fielder. Struck out back in the 2nd inning. Martin with 2 strikeouts on the day. Schwartz will take his lead at first. The check by Martin. Now the pitch. Again hanging a curveball. Martin, a freshman out of Gypsum, Colorado. On the hill for the Sabres here in Game 2. That one's hit sharply into the gap. Getting under it, though, is the left fielder, Gosh. He'll make the play. 1 gone here in the 4th inning.
Now batting the right fielder, Ben Levicki.
Ben Levicki, the right fielder, singled back in the 2nd inning. Martin into the stretch. The check of Schwartz. Now the throw over. Schwartz back safely. Schwartz continues to pound the baseball, hitting well above 400 here in the 3rd week of the season. That one's fouled straight back. Oh, 0-2 the count here to Ben Levicki. Fouled at the plate. Martin's pitch, missing high, 1-2. Fouled straight back. Redmond will return home next Saturday. They'll host a doubleheader with Illinois Institute of Technology. It'll be a noon and 3 o'clock games against the Red Hawks. One skipped in. Nice stop by Meyer behind the plate. 2-2 the count. Open up conference play next week on the 28th in Waukesha against Carroll. Doubleheader. 1-4. Pitch taken high, 3-2 now. Got one out here in the fourth. A leadoff home run by Nick Pierce, his first of the season, has trimmed the lead to 3-1. There goes the runner. Pitch missing inside, and that was ball 4. So runners now at first and second with one out. Now some stirring in the Sabre bullpen down the left field line. Miles Farley, the shortstop, stepping in. Farley, the other strikeout victim by Martin, back in the second inning. Now Martin wants time, wants to talk to Meyer here, get their signal straight with a runner at second. Oh, just missed that one. 0-1 the count to Farley. Boy, he got a pitch to hit there. I can hear Rob Sabrario sighing over there. And when a ball outside, that would be like leaving a stone 8 or a stone 9, huh? Bowling terminology for those uneducated. 1-1 the count here. A high fastball went after it. Martin ahead now, 1-2. Leadoff home run by Nick Pierce here in the fourth inning. Schwartz takes his lead at second. Levicki off at first. Breaking ball into the dirt. 2-2. Runners take their lead. The pitch. Tap foul. Popped him up on the infield. Infield fly rule in effect here, as the second baseman Barry will make the catch. 2 gone. So the catcher Bergstrom will step in with the runners at first and second. 2 gone here in the fourth. Bergstrom 0 for 1. Grounded to the third baseman Vasquez back in the third inning. Schwartz off at second. Levicki off at first. Grounded to third. And racing to the bag and just beating the sliding Schwartz was Vasquez to retire the side. Yeah. So the Redmen get a run on Pierce's first home run of the season, but Strand 2. We head to the fifth. Sabres 3, Redmen 1. Line out to right to start this 5th inning for the Marian Sabres. So bring up right fielder Jordan Walker for the Sabres. Walker 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored in that 3-run first inning and drives that one deep into the left center field gap. It'll hit the wall at least for 2, and that's where Walker will stand at second with a double. First extra base hit off of Ian Maxineer on in relief of Matt Willett today. Willett just went 3 innings. So Sabres looking to get that run back, have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the 5th. Pappas, the designated hitter, at the plate. Takes that pitch high. Pop that one up. Drifts foul over the first base dugout and out of play. 1-1 the count. Drives that one straight back. 1-2. Pappas with an RBI single in that 3-run 3rd inning for the Sabres. Walker taking his lead at second. Time called just as Maxineer was about to deliver the baseball. Sharply hit off of Maxineer. It'll deflect to the shortstop. They'll throw it anyways, and they will get the out at first. 1-6-3 the scoring there, as advancing to third is Walker. So 2 out, runner at third for Logan Vasquez. Vasquez 2 for 2 today. Doubled in the second. Reached on an error, actually 1 for 1 today. Reached on an error back in the 3rd inning. Curveball missing. Count even now at a ball and a strike for Vasquez. Check swing foul. Maxineer ahead now, 1-2. The 200-pound senior delivers. Again fouled away. Maxineer, the transfer from McHenry Community College, delivers. Sharply hit into the gap and right. This will play to run. Rounding first, heading to second. The throw in, and he is in there with a sliding double. RBI double for Logan Vasquez, and Marian gets that run back, adding to their lead now, 4-1. Jake Fallish, the shortstop. was hit by a pitch in the third inning. Grounded out to Kramer at second. Back in the second inning. Takes that one for a ball. Redmond now trail 4-1. Activity in the Redmond bullpen. Check swing foul. 1-2 now to Fallish. Fallish had a gurney. All freshman team. His first year with Marian. A chopper to the shortstop. Tough play. Miles Farley's throw not in time. Fallish will reach on an infield single. It moves Vasquez to third. So runners at the corners now with 2 out for the Sabres. Bring up Sean Meyer, the catcher. Meyer swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Throw to first. Fallish back in time. Fallish on at first with an infield single. Vasquez with an RBI double advancing to third. That one fouled away down the right field side. Joe Sambucki in the bullpen for the Redmen, the senior. Takes that pitch high, 1-2. Oh, nailed him in the back. Loads the bases. So Meyer hit by pitch. Bases loaded now with 2 gone here in the top half of the 5th inning with a run already in. Time called as Bergstrom going to go to the mound. Sambucci warming up in the bullpen. And now time called once again. So Gonzalez going to come in, make a pitching change. Maxinier out, Sambucci coming in. So Joe Sambucci, third pitcher of this second game for the Redmen. So Sambucci going to inherit a bases loaded 2-out situation here for the Redmen. Joe Sambucci making his 6th appearance of the season. No record, a 6.75 earned run average for Sambucci. 9 1/3 innings, 12 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned. Walked 4, struck out 7. Try and tamp out this 5th inning fire here by the Sabres. So let's see if the Redmen can get out of this jam here. Sambucci last pitched at Fontbonne. It was in the Redmen 8-3 victory last Saturday. Pitched the last 3 innings to get Nate Odahl his first win as a Redman. Gave up 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts against Fontbonne. Got to get this one taken care of right here. Landon Gosh at the plate. Takes a strike. Bases loaded here for the Sabres in the 5th. Vasquez at third. Fallish at second. Meyer over at first. Sharply hit into center for a base hit. 1 run in. Here comes another runner around third. He will score. It's a 2-run single for Landon Gosh. I believe that is his first hit of the season. It is, and it's a 2-run single for the Sabres, and they pile it on here, getting 2 more here in the 5th. They now lead at 6-1. Vasquez and Fallish each score. Stopping at second is Meyer. So Gosh, with his first hit of the season, a productive one, drives in 2. Make it a 6-1 ball game here for the Sabres. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. Six 6-1 Sabres. Pitch it low and away. 2-2 the count. That one gets away from Bergstrom. The runners will move up. Wild pitch is the call here for Sambucci. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. Grounder. Falling down is the third baseman in front of the shortstop, Farley, and it's going to be an infield single. Plates a run to the top of the order, Bastine, the 9th man to bat here in the 5th inning. Fourth run of the inning here for the Sabres. They lead it now 7-1. Pitch on the inside corner. 2-1 the count here to Bastine. Officially 0 for 2, was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third inning. Pitch into the dirt. Good stop by Bergstrom. 3-1 the count. Joe Sambucci in relief of Ian Maxinier. Walked him. Loads the bases once again here for the Sabres. They bat around here in the 5th inning. Tim Jurgis will step in. Jurgis flew out to right field. I think that was about 5 o'clock when that happened. Breaking ball into the dirt. Take for a strike. Ground ball to shortstop Farley. Will flip to second to Kramer, and that will end the inning. But not before 4 runs come in. On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. They leave the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And it's 7-1, Sabres on top of the Redmen. No, Garrett Martin staked out to a 6-run lead now as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 7-1 Sabres. 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors. Carthage a run on 6 hits and 1 error. Colton Klein will lead things off the top of the order here for the Redmen. Klein 1 for 2, singled back in the 1st inning. Squares around a bunt, bunts it foul. Klein picked up Player of the Week honors a couple of weeks back for the Redmen. Their trip to Tucson. That pitch into the dirt. Breaking ball missing. Two and one the count here. Called that one a strike. A Little slider, back foot slider that time by Martin. 2-2 pitch. That is a foul ball. Just missed the bag at third. And on that trip to Tucson, Klein had a pair of 3-for-4 ball games, a 3-for-6 game. One, two, four, five, six, seven, nine. Scored 9 runs. Get Player of the Week honors. That one's fouled down the third base side, now to play. Pitch by Martin. Curveball missing. Leadoff man on here for the Redmen. Drawing a walk is Klein. On base for the second time today. That'll bring up second baseman Ryan Kramer.
Now batting the second baseman, Ryan Kramer.
Kramer also has reached base twice in this game. Doubled back in the third inning. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. Throw over, Klein able to get back safely. And I don't think Klein would be going here down 7-1 with your best hitters coming to the plate here. Again, the throw over. Martin's pitch at the belt for a strike. You said Martin coming in a 4.91 earned run average, but scattered 6 hits, gave up just the home run to Pierce. An inside breaking ball that Pierce was able to turn on. Klein takes his lead at first. The 1-1 pitch by Martin. Missing inside. Snap throw by Meyer. Not in time. Meyer's already picked batter off here. Picked Schwartz off back in the second inning. Another breaking ball misses high. 3-1. There goes the runner Klein. Swung on, fly ball down the right field line, and that will drop into foul territory. Jurgis and Walker were giving chase, but it falls in front of the bullpen gate down there in the right field line. New life here for Ryan Kramer. Again, Klein off with the pitch, ball 4. Back-to-back walks sets up the Redmen here in the 5th. That'll bring a frustrated Jordan Badinger out to the mound. Second season as head coach here for Marian. I can just imagine what that conversation is like. Boys, we just scored 4 here in the top half of the inning. Don't worry about the runners on the base, just get outs. pitch to contact, as they would say. So Cody Phelps will step in here with runners at first and second. David Farreau, our home plate umpire, going to break up the club meeting on the mound. So back-to-back walks by Martin here. Redmond with runners at first and second and nobody out. Trailing 7-1 here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Phelps, Pierce, and Schwartz. Middle of the lineup coming up here with runners on. And popped it up behind second base. And it's Barry who makes the play, the second baseman. One gone, one pitch, one out. It'll bring up Nick Pierce. Only offense today in the game 2 was Pierce's leadoff home run, fourth inning. Counts for the only run for the Redmen here in game 2. Klein off at second. Kramer off at first. Hit sharply into center, but right at the center fielder Bastine. He'll get it in quickly. 2 pitches, 2 out here. That'll bring up Vince Schwartz, the first baseman. Schwartz, the team's leading hitter, coming in at .436. 2 for 2 here in game 2. Schwartz 1 for 3 in game 1. Martin will work from the stretch. The check of Klein at second. The pitch. Missing high, ball 1. Just off the corner, 2-0. Let's see if Schwartz will get something to hit here. Stretch, the pitch by Martin, missing outside for ball 3. Activity in the Marian bullpen. This might be the last hitter here for Martin. And he had to sit through that 10 at bat top half of the inning. Temperatures in the upper 30s here as he gets that one in and over for a strike. 3-1. Again, Klein off at second. Kramer takes his lead at first. The 3-1 pitch outside, ball 4. Bases loaded now for the Redmen.
Now batting, the left fielder, Ryan Dalton.
Try Piccoli pitching, a left-hander up in the bullpen for the Sabres. Dalton 0 for 2. Flew out to left in the 4th inning, struck out back in the 2nd inning. Martin's pitch, swinging a foul. The stretch by Martin and the pitch. Driven into the gap in left center field. That will get down for a base hit. It'll score 2. Klein in from third. Coming around second and in to score is Kramer. It's a 2-run single for Ryan Dalton. Taking third is Schwartz. And that will be it for Garrett Martin. I think it's going to be Ty Piccoli coming in, the left-hander for Marian. So Martin gets to 4 2/3, giving up 3 runs. Can't close the book on him yet, as he's responsible for the 2 base runners on for the Redmen here. Ty Piccoli, the left-hander, 6'4", 180, a junior out of Gurnee. Piccoli making his 4th appearance of the year. No record with a 3.86 earned run average. 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs earned. Walked 6, has struck out 4. Trying to put down a rally here by the Redmen, who trails 7-3. Piccoli pitched early. Last appeared in the March 13th game versus Greenville. Went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, walked 2, struck out 3. So his last action coming 10 days ago. Clayton Taylor will come in to pinch hit for Levecki. Taylor, 357 hitter. 5 hits and 14 at bats, a home run and 5 RBIs. First pitch swinging, pops it up to the first baseman. Jurgis makes the catch. 3 outs in this inning, all on 3 pitches. But the Redmen played 2 here on the 2 RBI single by Ryan Dalton. Cuts the lead 7-3 as we head to the 6th inning here at Augie Schmidt Field. New pitcher in there for the Redmen. It'll be Owen Reith, the right-hander.
Moving over to right field. Ryan Dalton staying in the game and taking over at left. Clayton Taylor.
Clayton Taylor remains in the game. Coming on to pinch hit, he will move over to left. Dalton will move from left field to right, replacing Levecki. As we said, Owen Reith, the new pitcher for the Redmen. Reith went 1 1/3 innings down in Tucson against Rockford University, gave up 3 hits but no runs. This will be his second appearance of the year. Redmond trails 7-3. It's going to be Walker, Pappas, and Vasquez here in the middle of the order for the Sabres here in the 6th inning. And this will be a 9-inning second game doubleheader. So Augie Schmidt using 3 pitchers in game 1, going to his 4th pitcher here in game 2. Again, the Redmen will be off until Wednesday when they'll play a doubleheader down at Carroll over in Waukesha to open up conference play. Return home Saturday the 31st, non-conference doubleheader with IIT, Illinois Institute of Technology. Then back into conference the rest of the way, beginning April 3rd here at Augie Schmidt Field. Walker ahead now, 2-0. Walker 2 for 3 today. Single and RBI in the 3rd, scored a run in the 3rd, doubled and scored in the 5th. Gets the automatic, 3-1. On the outside corner for strike 2. So Reith coming back here. 3-2 the count to Jordan Walker. Driven to left. Taylor in front of the warning track will make the catch. 1 gone here in the 6th inning. Here's Michael Pappas. Pappas, RBI single back in the 3rd. Grounded out in the 5th, 1-6-3, deflected off of Ian Maxineer. Was picked up by Farley. Miles Farley was able to throw him out at first. Fouls that one at the plate. Evens the count now at a ball and a strike. Reith's pitch high over the head of Pappas. Fouled straight back. Two and two the count now to Pappas. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Reith with a strikeout. It's his first strikeout of the season and only his second appearance. 2 gone here in the 6th. Curveball in and over for a strike to Logan Vasquez. Vasquez doubled, drove in a run, and scored back in the 5th inning. Singled with an RBI. Back in the 3rd as he grounds that one out to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down for reliever Owen Reith here in the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Redmond trails 7-3. Ty Piccoli, and for his second inning of relief here for the Marian Sabres, who lead the Carthage Redmen here 7-3. Got the final out of that sixth inning, or fifth inning, I should say. Got Clayton Taylor to pop out to the first baseman. So it'll be Miles Farley, the number 8 hitter, followed by Bergstrom, the catcher, then the top of the order, Colton Klein. Need that and a whole lot more to get back into this one, as that pitch missing outside for ball 1. Farley 0 for 2 here in game 2 of the doubleheader. 0 for 3 in game 1. He's due. When Miss Lowe, heading the count now 2-0. In their first strike. Two and one the count here to Farley, the shortstop. Sharply hit to the second baseman, Barry. Up with it. One gone. Brings up the catcher, Ricky Bergstrom. Bergstrom catching game 2 for Nick Pierce today. 0 for 1, grounded out to the third baseman back in the third inning. Lights are turned on here at Augie Schmidt Field. Takes that one in there for a strike. Missing outside, 1-1. That wind continues to come in off Lake Michigan out of the northeast. It is cold out there. Temperatures have fallen into the 30s here. Pitch gets away from Meyer. 2-1 the count here to Miles Farley. Swing and a miss. Got a piece of it. Bergstrom, the number 9 hitter in Augie Schmidt's order today. Piccoli's pitch high and away. Count going full here to Bergstrom. Redmond with 1 run in the 4th on Nick Pierce's first home run of the year. Able to get 2 walks to score back in the 5th inning, and a swing and a miss by Farley, or Bergstrom, I should say, 2 gone here in the 6th. First strikeout for Piccoli today. Top of the order we go, Colton Klein, the center fielder. Singled back in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd, walked and scored in the 5th. Freshman out of McHenry. They call him Big Bird. Takes the pitch outside for ball 1. That one's fouled away, right side. Klein, who throws right but bats left against the lefty Piccoli. Takes that one low and inside. 2-1 now the count. Redmond with a 10-game winning streak coming into this second game of the doubleheader. Piccoli's pitch on the corner for strike 2. Evens the count now at 2-2. Ground ball down the first baseline, foul. Picked up by Jurgis. Piccoli's pitch, missing outside. Full count now to Colton Klein. If he reaches, it'll be Kramer, then Phelps. The pitch by Piccoli, driven to left field, slicing away from the left fielder, able to come on and make the catch is Gosh, and that will retire the side. 3 up and 3 down in the 6th inning for the Redmen. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the 7th inning. Carthage trailing here in game 2 by a score of 7-3. Owen Reith in his 2nd inning of relief for the Redmen delivers a ball to start this 7th inning. John Weiser with you. Jake Fallish, Sean Meyer, and Gosh due up here for the Sabres. That one's drifting down the right field line and out of play. Schwartz trying to make a diving stab for that over by the bullpen area. Well, at least they got 2 games in today. That was the question. Probably would not get a game in tomorrow because of the weather conditions expected. That's grounded up the middle. Tough play for Farley, moving to his left. Throws and gets him in time. Fallish retired 6-3 to begin the 7th inning. Brings up the catcher, Sean Meyer. Meyer hit by a pitch and scored a run back in that 4-run 5th inning for the Sabres. Sharply foul through the third base coach's box. Redmond home Saturday, March 31st, a doubleheader against Illinois Institute of Technology, noon and 3. And they'll open up, they'll play the first 4 games of the homestand, April 3rd, April 7th, and April 8th here at Augie Schmidt Field. Play a single game against Elmhurst on Friday, April 3rd. Or check that, Monday, April 3rd. Then they'll play a weekend set with Augustana, doubleheader 1 and 4. On Saturday the 7th, and Sunday the 8th, a single game at noon against the Vikings. So an opportunity early in conference scheduling for the Redmen to get a jump. They've got a doubleheader this Wednesday, the 28th, at Carroll. And then a single game April 3rd against Elmhurst, and then a 3-game set with Augustana the 7th and 8th here at Augie Schmidt Field. A little short fly ball will fall in for a base hit for Meyer. First hit off of Reith. The fourth pitcher used by Augie Schmidt here in this game 2. Willett started and went just 3 innings. Maxinier went 2. Zambucci went an inning, and now Reith for a little more than an inning. Landon Gosh will step in now. Sharply hit up the middle, drops for a base hit. Back-to-back one-out singles here for the Sabres in the top half of the 7th inning. Will bring up the number 9 hitter, Hunter Berry. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count here to Berry. Berry 2 for 3 today. Curveball missing inside. 1-1. Well, Landon Gosh coming into this game was hitless. Picked up his first 2 hits and 2 RBIs here in game 2 of this doubleheader. Runners at first and second, 1 out. The pitch smashed into left center field. That'll be a base hit. Gets down in front of the left fielder, Taylor. Taylor comes up throwing. Cut off on the infield. So the conga line continues here for Marian. 3 straight singles has loaded the bases for the top of the order in Bastine. So Reith in his first jam here since coming on in the 6th inning. Giving up 3 straight singles after retiring Fallish on a ground out to short. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 1-0 count to Bastine. Swing and a miss. Bastine has reached twice in this game. A walk in the 5th. Hit by a pitch and scored a run back in the 3rd. Owens' pitch missing high and away, 2-0. Excuse me, got nowhere to put this guy. Driven to left, Taylor comes in, makes the play, tagging up and scoring from 3rd is Meyer. It'll be a sacrifice fly and an RBI for Bastine. So 2 out, Runners at first and second now for Jurgis, the first baseman. Jurgis 1 for 3. Single and a run scored back in the third. Grounded into a fielder's choice to end the fifth. He was the 11th or 10th batter, I should say, in that fifth inning for the Sabres, who sent 10 men to the plate, scoring 4 runs in that fifth inning. On the outside corner. 1-1 the count. Reith's pitch, reaching for it, slicing that one foul into the right field bullpen. Pops that one up on the infield. Farley will make the catch behind the mound to retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left. We head to the bottom half of inning number 7. Stretch them out. Carthage trailing 7-3. Ty Piccoli, the left-hander. Second full inning of relief here. Came on with 2 gone in the 5th inning. Gets a strike in and over on Ryan Kramer, the second baseman. The 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up here for the Redmen. Kramer, Phelps, and Pierce. Redmen trailing 7-3. Missing high and away. Grounded sharply to second to Barry. 1 gone. Cody Phelps, the third baseman, stepping in. Phelps 0 for 3 here in game 2. Has 1 hit in this doubleheader. That was a double. Scored a run back in the 6th inning of game number 1. Wraps it sharply to short. 2 gone. Falish able to get it across in time. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Nick Pierce Pierce led off the fourth inning with his first home run of the season. Made it a 3-1 ball game at that point, but top half of the fifth inning did the Redmen in. Sabres scoring 4 in that fifth inning, sending 10 batters to the plate. 0-1 pitch missing outside, 1-1. Through the hole for a base hit. Got it between Vasquez and Falish for the single. Pierce having a good doubleheader here today. That is his 4th hit of the doubleheader. 2 in each game. Here's Vince Schwartz, the first baseman. Schwartz today reached base all 3 times, 2 walks and a single. Fouled sharply past the first base bag. Takes the second pitch in and over the outside corner. Falls behind now, 0-2. Team's leading hitter coming in at .436. Wasted one high, 1-2. Curveball missing outside, 2-2. Redmond back in action Wednesday in Waukesha to take on Carroll in the conference opener. Should be an interesting CCIW season. One hopper out to the shortstop, the flip to second and Barry, and that retires the side. Pierce out 6-4. And that'll end the 7th inning. No runs on a hit. 1 man left. We head to the 8th inning. 7-3 Sabres. New pitcher in for the Redmen here to begin the 8th inning. Ben Reitz, freshman out of Naperville. Reitz making his 2nd appearance of the spring. He's pitched 1/3 of an inning, given up 4 hits, 4 runs, 1 earned. So reached the 5th pitcher in game 2 used by Augie Schmidt. Curveball missing outside for a ball to Jordan Walker. Walker, the number 3 hitter, the right fielder. Couple of hits and scored a couple of runs here in game 2. Pitch by Reitz. Swing and a miss. Evens the count now at a ball and a strike. Reitz out of Naperville Central. Got a swing and a miss there. Gets ahead now. Evens the count, I should say, at 2-2. Two-year letter winner at Naperville Central. Conference championship in 2016. Also played some football for Naperville Central. His second appearance of the spring. Got him. Tried to check his swing, but went around. Reitz with his first strikeout of the year. Gets Jordan Walker to wave and a miss. One gone here in the 8th. Michael Pappas at the plate. Takes that one for a ball. Pappas struck out looking back in the 6th inning. One hit today. 1 for 3 officially here in game 2. Redmond winning game 1. As that one's driven into right field, and coming on to make the play is Dalton. 2 men out here in the 8th. Logan Vasquez in now. Vasquez, the 3rd baseman. 3 for 4 today, including a double and 2 RBIs. Want to know the count here to Vasquez. That one gets away from Bergstrom. 2-0 the count. Walked him. So a 2-out walk by Reitz. That'll bring up Jake Fallish, the shortstop. Takes in their first strike. Fallish here in game 2. Singled and scored a run in the 5th. Officially 1 for 3. Grounded a second, the flip to Farley over at short, and that will end the inning. No runs on no hits. The 1 walk and 1 man left. We head to the bottom half of inning number 8. Carthage trailing here 7-3. 8-3, Marian on top of Carthage here, bottom of inning number 8. Dalton, Taylor, and Farley due up here for the Redmen. Dalton today in game 2, 1 for 3. Two RBI single back in the 5th inning. Grounded up the middle, diving stab by Barry, long throw in time for the out. Nice play all around. Barry going for that one on one knee, and then good stretch over there at first by Jurgis. One gone here in the 8th. Clayton Taylor came on to pinch run. Pinch hit, I should say, back in the 5th inning. One pitch popped out to the first baseman. Takes a ball. Fouls that one over the right side. Looks like we'll have a pinch hitter for Farley here. In the on-deck circle right now, it's Johnny Belskis, a freshman out of Aurora. Line foul into the bullpen and right. 1-2 the count to Clayton Taylor. Taylor reached base twice today. Single and a walk. Pitch missing. Ty Piccoli, the left-hander. Done a pretty good job here. 2 2/3 innings of relief. Got him to pop it up into foul territory. First baseman cannot make the play. Ball came back on Jurgis that time as he raced over toward the tarp area beyond the first base dugout. Piccoli, the left-hander. The 2-2 pitch, curveball missing. 3-2 the count. Popped him up on the infield. Second baseman behind the first baseman, Jurgis. It's Barry to make the play. 2 gone. This will be a pinch hitter here for Farley, Johnny Belskis. Belskis 0 for 15 this season. 7th appearance, fouls that one straight back, 0-1. Takes that one in for a strike, falls behind now, 0-2. Belska's 6 foot 180 out of Aurora Central Catholic. Again, fouled it straight back, was right on it. looking for his first collegiate hit. Four-year letter winner, two-time all-conference. That one missing, 1 and 2. Two-sport athlete at Aurora Central Catholic, baseball and football. Coming to Carthage, going to work on a criminal justice degree. And when in the dirt, 2 and 2 the count. His father, John Belskis, a fine football and baseball player down at Valparaiso University, recently inducted into that school's Athletic Hall of Fame. Head coach at Downers Grove South. That one grounded to third. Long throw by Vasquez in time to retire the side. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head into the 9th inning. Redmond trail by 5. Marian 8, Carthage 3. He's got to wear red sleeves. David Woods coming in now in relief for the Redmen. Freshman out of Aurora. Went to West Aurora High School. Woods making his third appearance of the season, 3 1/3 innings. Has allowed 1 unearned run and struck out 5. Woods had his best outing against Cornell College back on March 9th down in Tucson, a 10-4 win by the Redmen. Went 2 2/3 innings, struck out 5. Made an appearance down at Fontbonne last weekend in St. Louis. That was on the Saturday 10-9 victory. Got the save in that one, his first of the season. So this is David Woods on the hill now for the Redmen. Gets it in for a strike. Sean Meyer, the catcher, 7, 8, and 9 due up here in the 9th inning for the Sabres. Wave and a miss, 0-2. Woods got 2 outs in that 9th inning for the save last Saturday in St. Louis. One and two the count. Missing high, 2-2. Got him. Swinging strike 3. Woods comes on, his 6th strikeout. Landon Gosh stepping up. Gosh collected his first 2 hits of the season here today. 2 for 4 in this one. Pair of singles and 2 RBIs today for Gosh here in game 2. Heading the count now, 2-0. Bottom half of the 9th. Be the number 9 hitter, then the top of the order for the Redmen. Need to mount a rally or this 10-game winning streak going to come to an end. Two and 1 the count to Gosh. Nice stab at third. Couldn't catch it, and it'll go as a single. Great effort there by Phelps, the third baseman. Diving stab and didn't know where it was, and actually trapped it between his glove and the waist. Infield single for Gosh. He's 3 for 4 today. So a 1-out single, runner on. Number 9 hitter Hunter Berry at the plate. Berry with 3 hits in 4 at-bats. Again, we talked about it in game 1 about this problem Marian had, the Sabres had last year, scoring runs. 21 games in which they scored 3 or fewer runs. It's over half. Today's college game with the composite bats and the turf fields. Got to be able to score 4 or 5 runs. Pop straight back and out of play. 2 and 1 the count. Check of the runner, Gosh at first. The pitch by Woods, grounded back to the mound. He'll go to second for 1. High throw, get the out there, and the relay not in time. It'll be a fielder's choice for Berry. I don't think you're going to get much argument on that high throw. It's 34 degrees and the sun is setting and the wind out of the north. You'll take that neighborhood play at second base. 2 gone here in the 9th. Got the curveball in for a strike to Nick Bastine. Bastine with a sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the 7th. Plating the 8th run here for the Sabres. 1-1. Fastball inside, 1-2. Bergstrom trapped it. That throw to second, not in time. The runner advances. There goes a wild pitch. Advancing Berry to second. 1-2, or excuse me, 2-2 the count. Berry will take his lead at second. Chance here for Bastine to drive in another run. The pitch by Woods. Spiked that one in. Another stop by Bergstrom. Full count now to Bastine. First baseman Jurgis would be next. Driven to right. First baseman drifting back, and it's Schwartz who makes the play to retire the side. No runs on one hit. No errors, a wild pitch. One man left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 9. Redmond need 5 to tie. 6 is a winner. Down 8-3. So Ty Piccoli trying to wrap things up here, the left-hander. 3 1/3 innings of one-hit ball. He came on with the game on the line, so to speak. Got the final out of that 5th inning and has settled in nicely here, the left-hander for the Sabres. He'll have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters for the Redmen up here in the 9th inning. Carthage down 8-3. Bergstrom, the catcher, drives that one into left field. It will get down for a base hit. First pitch swinging Bergstrom. We got a pinch hitter here for Klein. It's going to be Jake Marchuk. Marchuk pinch hitting here. Takes a strike. Pops him up. On the infield, Jurgis, the first baseman, in fair territory, makes the out. One gone here in the 9th inning for the Redmen. Another pinch hitter here for Carthage. Brandon Hannick will check in. Hannick came on for Phelps back in the game 1 of the doubleheader back in the 7th inning. And Piccoli gets the first one in there for a strike. Throw to first. Bergstrom back. And that's the catcher. He's not going anywhere. Not down 8-3. The kick by Piccoli. Smashed to first, stepped on a Jurgis. The throw down to second, gets past the shortstop. Running his way to third. There'll be a play, and he's in at third safely. So Hannick out 3 unassisted, but on the throw, we'll call that an error on the first baseman. That allows Bergstrom to get to third. The first error of the game for Marian. So Bergstrom on at third with 2 out here in the 9th. Phelps at the plate. Takes a strike. Cody Phelps 0 for 4. Sees his average drop below 400 here in game 2. Takes that one high and away. 1-1 the count. Time called. The pitch by Piccoli into the dirt. Nice save there by Meyer. 2-1 to Cody Phelps. If he reaches, it'll be Nick Pierce on deck. Piccoli's pitch. Grounded up the middle to the second baseman, Barry. He's up with it. The throw to first, and the game is over. Marian comes back to win the nightcap 8-3. 8-3 your final. 8 runs on 14 hits. 1 error for Marian. 3 runs on 8 hits and an error for Carthage here in game 2. Piccoli gets the win. It'll be Willett with the loss here today. So the Redmen and Sabres split their doubleheader here today. For Marian, they will get back into action on Thursday at Ripon, a 3:30 game. And for Carthage, they are back in action Wednesday in Waukesha. They will open up CCIW play with a doubleheader against the Carroll Pioneers in Waukesha on Wednesday. Again, your final in game 2, a split. Marian takes game 2. 8-3. While the Redmen win game 1 by a score of 4-2. So the 10-game winning streak comes to an end here for the Redmen. They fall to 11-3. Marian with the win goes to 4-8. My thanks to Mike Love and John Voinovich for producing our video cast here today. John Weiser wishing you a very pleasant good evening from Carthage College. Until next Saturday, have a great week, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Carthage Athletics.